You're good.
Okay,
Thank you, Sean.
so I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:04 PM. And we'll do roll call. And what we've been doing in other meetings is you got to say where you're zooming in from. And I know we're probably mostly all Marquette, but I think you're supposed to do that now. But if you guys want to go ahead and do roll call. So Nathan,
Here, Marquette.
okay, Dan,
Right here in Marquette.
okay, and Nina's here in Marquette. Al Shervinaw is absent. And then who is is Terry our fifth one that's absent then?
Yes.
Okay. Okey doke. And
If I
then,
can throw in Terry, I know Terry plans to continue to be active. He just doesn't do much with computers.
okay,
And
well, that would be great.
I've not made it past that.
Thanks for trying, Dan. Okay, so next we'll move to approval of the agenda. Have you guys had a chance to look at it? It's pretty short.
I'll move.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay. Motion carried. The agenda was approved. So the next thing is approval of the minutes from November 17th.
I'll motion to approve.
Okay. I'm taking notes at the same time. So it'll just take me a second here. And that was minutes. And, okay. And next is public comment.
Do
Guessing
we
you-
have a second for the approval of the minutes?
I'll second it, Nina.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought Dan did. Okay. Then public comment. We'll say motion carried.
Okay.
Public comment.
No public comment.
Okay. Old business.
So under the old business, Nina, there was some question about the DDA and parking, and everyone probably knows that is in effect right now. It is free parking after 3 p.m. As a courtesy because of the holidays. So
Mhm.
that is in effect right now.
Yep. Sounds good.
And then under old business, last meeting, there was some discussion on school parking and traffic related issues. I went out and looked at that, and we do have some issue at Graverette, 3rd Street, Hewitt area during the times that was mentioned. And we do have our traffic enforcement officer kind of monitoring that. We have our school resource officer that will be monitoring that. And we'll try to alleviate that problem. We also ran into some issues up at Bothwell as it relates to parking. We have people parked in the no parking areas, and and they're also taking up some spaces where buses should be. Again, our traffic enforcement officer, parking enforcement officer is monitoring that as well. And our staff knows when calls for service are down and officers are available to keep an eye on that and monitor and or enforce as needed there. So we are aware of the congestion problems at the schools, and we're trying to take care of it.
Mm-hmm. Good, thank you. One thing I thought when I was going through there, Mike, and I don't know if you guys are stretched thin for staff, which you very well may be, since it seems like it's pandemic related that people are not having their kids ride the bus as much, so they're picking them up from school, which is great. Would it be reasonable to maybe when school lets out at 4 p.m. to have like a traffic cop there directing people to go around those people that are parking? Or, I mean, I know there's a light there too, so that complicates things, but I don't know.
No, and that's a good point. It has, Nina. That's a good point, and that's a valid point. Right now, we're just we'll monitor it a little bit. And
Okay,
if
sure.
it becomes, but no, what you just suggested is something that we may have to do if it continues to be as congested as it is.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And moving on to new business. Got anything for new business, Mike?
None on my end, no.
Okay, nobody emailed me to add anything, so we can move to committee member comments. Nathan?
I have none except for big thanks for putting the stop signs in by the roundabout there on Presque Isle and Wright Street. But that's about it.
You know, if I can interrupt here, there will be stop signs. There was a concern, the stop signs in the new parking lots as you're going, the new section of Lakeshore Boulevard from the roundabout to Holly. Those will be going in at some point as well. Is that what you're talking about, Nathan?
Yeah, they're there now.
Oh, they are? Okay, I didn't see them, so good.
You know, I didn't even
Yeah.
realize there were not stop signs there.
I didn't either, and I sat in there for like 2 days on lunch, and then one of my
Okay.
friends got a hold of me. So
Oh,
Good.
interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
I emailed our DPW, so they got right on it. That's good.
that's
Yeah.
great. Funny. All right, Dan, do you have any comments for the committee?
Just a quick question, Mike, the parking downtown, when does that end? Is that like the 26th of December?
No, Dan, they typically go through the new year.
Through the
on
new year?
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious on that. The only other comment I had, and I had shared it with Mike earlier in the week, I had a concern, if you will, I guess, for that, the corner of, what would it be, Northwest Berga and Front Street. There seemed to be a little confusing on that, at least to me, on a parking area right there, particularly in light of the new candy store, the chocolate store around the corner. The parking just didn't seem to be real clear where the sign was. Mike took a look at it, and I think it was just determined to kind of monitor that situation.
Yeah, so I did look at that, Dan, and where Towners is going to be. That may become a problem. It may not. But I think we're just going to kind of sit on that and see what happens.
Sure, it was just kind of odd because it was like a parking spot that was divided in half. It was just a little odd,
Sure,
but that's all I have.
sure.
Is that right in front of Towners, Dan, then?
No, it'd be right on Berga as you come up this, if you're coming up the grade to the stop sign where
Oh.
Berga intersects with Front. It's not metered parking. There are spots there, and there's one that looks like it's a parking spot when you look at the pavement markings.
Okay,
But the sign for no parking here to corner is halfway through the spot.
I see, I
And
see.
then I don't know if that's actually a handicap, a cutout there, or if that was for delivery, if that has anything to do with it. That comes out into a parking space too. So just kind of an odd situation.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll take a look at it too, just for the heck of it. I never noticed that. Okay. All right, and then my comments, let's see, somebody commented to me that, you know where the bike path crosses Wright Street, Mike, where we've put those signs before?
Yeah.
Somebody commented that could we somehow consider a better lighting there when at night right now when there's pedestrians going across, you can't see them, it's really dark there. If you could just take a look at it at night sometime.
Sure.
The committee members, if you're not in town at night, Mike, I did go through there at night then and did realize that it is pretty dark. You can't see pedestrians crossing, even if it's like 5:30 p.m. So, but just to look at it.
Sure. I can have a discussion with our Department of Public Works on that too.
Okay. That's it. I think. Okay, Mike, you probably don't have any more comments, hey?
No, just Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year, and see you next month.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, so I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Nathan second. Okay, guys. Have a good Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry
Thanks,
Christmas.
guys.
Okay, guys.